Hey guys, so I recently moved about a month and a half ago, and I did end up getting rid of my larger 55-gallon fish tank. I found someone that's very good with fish. They had a 90-gallon and a 75-gallon tank, all freshwater set up. So they took my 55 and set it up as the community tank, kept all the fish I had, some of the fish I had in there for 5+ years. So I found it a good home. I just decided I didn't want to take it because it was just a lot of work. And they came to my house, took it all out. But at the new house, I wanted at least a little fish tank. So this is like a little 2.5 gallon, I believe, tank. And I wanted to talk about it because I haven't put a fish in here yet. Now I set this up the first week of April. Now it's the third week of May. So it's been almost 6 weeks. I'd say like 5.5 weeks. And I've been testing the water conditions. And I've just been using test strips. I've got an ammonia tester and I've got a 5-in-1 which tests nitrite, nitrate, tests alkalinity, hardness, and pH. So these are not as good as a liquid test kit. I've talked about this in previous videos. You should really have a liquid test kit if you're going to be fish keeping. But these will provide a little bit of information. They're just not quite as accurate. But the reason I wanted to talk about this is it's been 5 or 6 weeks and this tank took that long to cycle. I did a fishless cycle. I've got just a light on top. It's an LED light and it has day, but it also has night. 3 little blue lights. And I tested this tank after about a month and it had a ton of ammonia and a ton of nitrite still. And the fact that there's nitrite in the water means that there were good bacteria starting to eat the ammonia, but the nitrite in the water means there wasn't good bacteria eating the nitrite, converting it into nitrate enough yet. So it took another 2 weeks almost, another 10 days maybe, for the nitrite and the ammonia to go down to nothing. And then I had a lot of nitrate, the end product. So I did a 50% water change with distilled water. And now I've got my nitrate down to about 10 ppm. And I'll probably do one more water change of another gallon of distilled water so we can get that nitrate down to almost nothing. Anything under like 40 to 80 ppm of nitrate is not going to kill fish or cause any problems. So we're very safe levels now. But anyone setting up a fish tank, it's very important to do the cycle first. And a fishless cycle can take 6 weeks. It could take 8 weeks. Sometimes it could take 4 weeks. And you can speed it up a little bit by adding in some fish food. This was an old tank that had a lot of biological material that would turn into ammonia. So I didn't have to add too much because the ammonia was spiking like crazy. So I already knew there was enough organic material in there because this tank was set up in the past and I just let it drain and dry out. And then I did rinse it out once or twice before filling it, but you can't get everything out. So even with organic material in there and a lot of ammonia spiking in the first week, it took 6 weeks to fully have the bacteria form that is needed to provide a proper environment for a fish. So I got that light, like I said, then I just got this little filter. It is a Cascade, what is it called? Cascade. This is the replacement sponges, but I'm not sure if it tells what type of filter it is, but I think it's a 180, I could be wrong. It's a little tiny Cascade filter. But it says it's good for up to 10 gallons. I would never use it on a 10-gallon tank, but on this little 2.5, it works great. And I'm going to be just getting a betta fish to put in here. I've had one before, years ago, and it's a great tank for that. So we'll be adding a fish and doing some videos on that in the future. I really like how it looks, just a nice little tank here. And just wanted to show that new pet thing on my pet channel here. I mean, my channel's more than pets, but a lot of pet videos and originally basically a pet channel. So give me any suggestions of what I can maybe put in there. You know, I know a lot about all types of fish and critters, but you know, a betta fish is going to take up most of this tank's bio load. Maybe I could add in a small snail or two. I can't add, I don't think, in any like little shrimp because the betta would probably eat them. But maybe there's something cool or some ideas you guys have of tiny little things I could put in there. Nothing that would hurt the betta, but nothing that would be too big to overload the tank either. But just a little update. Let me know what you guys think. We'll see y'all later. Happy pet keeping.